Hey, folks, I hope that you are enjoying this beautiful weather. It's funny how those Facebook memories come up and remind you of just where it was, where you're at years ago. And so I just remembered, I just happened to check my Facebook, and 8 years ago, I was on a mission field out in the Dominican. And it was amazing, being in the middle of a field with a bunch of kids and just sharing with them the love of Jesus and things like that. And it reminded, like, these kids had nothing. They would kick cans around and things like that, and that's how they would have fun. And we're surrounded by so much. And kids nowadays, the technology that they have, and they're bored. I don't know how many times I've heard from my stepson, I'm bored, and it's funny how these kids can have nothing and be 100% completely satisfied. And so, yeah, it's just a great reminder that 8 years ago today, that trip forever changed my life. I had always wanted to go on a missions trip. And, by the grace of God, my church helped me do that. We did some fundraising, and a lot of amazing, incredible people helped me get there. Mary Van Horn was one of them. I'll never forget. She goes, like, how much do you need to get to your goal? And, we want to make sure that you go. So thanks, Mary. You're always looking out for me, and I do appreciate you. And I come back from that missions trip. But it's funny, I sat on the plane as we're ready to come back, and I knew that I was a changed person. Not only did I lose my uncle on that trip, he was in Taiwan, and he had a massive heart attack and died in his sleep. And I remember my dad trying to get in touch with me while I was there to let me know. And that happened actually May 19th, 8 years ago. So on my mom's birthday, no less, 60th birthday. And so, you know, being there, knowing that he was in missions in Taiwan, I figured that I would do the rest of that trip in his honor. And I had a backpack that he had given me back when he was in the military, stationed out in Calgary. And so I don't know why I ended up with that backpack, but I had it, and I had it on that trip. And so I did the rest of that trip in his memory, and, just really allowed myself to have the culture change me, I guess, and have those kids, like I said, that had absolutely nothing, be 100% happy. I had a couple of them, I braided my hair, got pictures of that. One kid decided to take my sunglasses and try to steal my sunglasses. I did get them back. But it was something that I'll never forget. And now my mission field looks a little bit different. I had decided, actually, on that plane, as I was getting ready to come back, there had been some relationships in my life that no longer served me, and I thought, why am I holding on to these people? And I just knew that when I come back, life was going to change, and they did. I come back, got my very first apartment, um, all by myself, didn't have a roommate, nothing. It was glorious. 10 months in that apartment. And, when you're single, you don't want to be. And, I had just thought, okay, I just want to be married, right? And I had heard a bunch of different things. And my friend said, write a petition to God on who you want your husband to be. And so I thought that was a crazy idea, but I did it anyways. And 10 months later, I had found um, my now husband. Uh, and 2 months after that, we moved in together. Uh, and, life has been a whirlwind since then. So don't just allow for circumstances in your life, right? Something that you may think, oh, I'm not sure if I want to do that. Or, as crazy as it seems, moving in with somebody after knowing them for 2 months. That was a trip. Oh my gosh. It's a good thing I loved them. good thing he loved me. Um, anyways, and it turned out because here we are 7 years later. So that's awesome. And yeah, but I know in those moments, life is a healing journey. And so I know it started to heal on that trip and it just continued. And that's what I do now, right? Like I said, my mission field looks different. Uh, I'm out here serving at a different capacity. And just because I'm not at war or not, just because I'm not in the Dominican, I choose to fight my battles differently, right? Helping our military, our men and women in uniform and retired, uh, and dealing in the mental health space. I know I've shared a bunch of times where, we're no stranger to suicide in our family. I had an uncle that took his life, and that's been my main focus now, helping others to get hope back into their lives and to share so that there is no more stigma around mental health and that we're able to talk about it and get anybody the help that they need. They don't have to suffer in silence. And that's why I've started Operation Hope, right? Helping other people evolve. A lot of people are just tired of life, the frustrations, the hustle and bustle, the feeling very much unmotivated, unsatisfied, stuck in either their careers or the relationships. They don't know how to get unstuck, allowing past tapes to really play in their heads and just really mess with them about that, and just really believing things that are not true. And they don't know how to get out of that without help. And that's where I come in. I've created a 7-week program, like I said, Operation Hope, that helps people evolve from those situations, helps them find their purpose back. Because I find that if we forget our purpose or lose our purpose, that's when we lose hope. So if anybody's interested in that, please message me. We hope to start our next program May 28th. And so, space is limited, but we are still looking for more people to join us on that journey. We would love to have you. Make an investment in yourself because you are worth it, no matter what you try and tell yourself. One thing I do know for sure is that if we want something bad enough, we will get it. And so where you find the value is in yourself, right? So invest in yourself. Join us on the 7-week adventure. I promise you, if nothing else, you will have fun. I promise you will learn stuff about yourself. And I guarantee that if you do not come out of this event after you put everything into it, I do promise you your money back if you don't find that you've changed in any way, in a positive way, as long as you've done the work. So if this is something that you'd be interested, let me know. Message me today. Let's get you registered. And don't forget, guys, your mission in life is what you choose. And it doesn't have to be in a third world country. So with that, guys, love to all of you. Don't forget, tonight we have, we're going back to the beginning and doing a replay of the very first Power Half Hour. So it was actually 2 years ago today that we had the first, 2 years ago on the 28th, I think, the very first Power Half Hour. So join us tonight with Jasmine Beard. Can't wait to see you in the comments, and bye for now.